Hey guys, this is Bat. So we have lost our debuff. No more a scout, and there's no king here. Uh, well, we let the enemy kingdom take the palace for sure. So that next week you'll see a big fight here, the same place, a fight for the throne, and I'm sure these two alliances, LOK, which is now the enemy alliance, and TKO, where we are right now, will fight for the throne. So it will be interesting. Let's see. Nobody has advantage now. So in terms of using any king skill like destroy or true prohibition and all, so it should be a good fight. All right. So talking about this video. So last we talked about is how we can improve our defensive damage reduction, right? So I would just want to finish on that. So let's talk about defensive damage also, and let's complete the stuff around how you can basically increase your defensive stats. So let's see the defensive damage table. All right. So defensive damage. Again, the table has level 38 dragon class. I would recommend 28. Let 38 be for the offensive stuff, right? Offensive attacks and all. Still, even with level 38 dragon class, you actually can uh, bring the value to 21 percentage increase in your defensive damage with that's with the 28 class dragon class, right? Now then the dragon word is fortification, again 17 percentage, we know that. The leg guard, now it says 1.8 into 6, given that uh, you can have three random attributes, and the leg guard you can wear on the hero and also on the lord. And again, I mean, in this also you may want to uh, basically split between the defensive damage reduction and defensive damage. But if you choose to just go with the defensive damage, then yeah, of course, 10.8% you can get it. That's the max possible. I think that's what the table says. So yeah, it's possible. Then you have level 48 purification, again 9% straight up. You could get your defensive damage high. Now the science is as the ancestral spirit research can be done to increase your defensive damage by 26 percentage. Uh, we'll show all of this, how to do it and where they exist and all. Then you talk about the mercy of God, the crown and the Loki's scepter. So again, 20 percentage and um, scepter, given the scepter is not activated, that's why they have given 6% here. So it will be a 30% of the max you can get, which possibly is 6 percentage. Then you can add a 15% more defensive damage with the red dragon, which works. I mean, this is basically it says that uh, increase the attack when the enemy hits your when defending in your castle. But even if you try this stuff on the throne, the same stats will apply. So they are in total defensive damage uh, while defending a throne or while defending a castle. The same thing, same stats will apply. Then we'll talk about the occult analysis in the Saga Tower. So 10 percentage there. We talk about the college research, 35 percentage, the Prince Ryan and the flower. All right, let's quickly see all of this stuff in a castle. Okay, so let's start with the dragon class. So of course, as we did for the defensive damage reduction, you have this defensive damage, which is basically I have 18%, but you can max it out to 21 percentage. Uh, so that's one aspect of it. Then you have the crowns, right? The mercy of God and the Loki's scepter. Again, they have 20 percentage max as the defensive damage, so you could do the max out both things and then gets 30% on the second one, which is not activated. It's again, I mean, up to till what level you think it's worth it, but that's the max values, right? Now that's the couple of thing on this interface. Then we talk about the Dragon Word again. Fortification is really good, really cool. So this is something to get. It increases your defensive damage reduction. It gives you good archer damage. It gives you high attack and defense, and also the 30% infantry defense is very valuable. So that is your dragon word and dragon class. Let's quickly check the dragon also. So here in the dragon, you will see the red dragon, like the skills. If you see, this was a defensive damage reduction, and here you have the defensive damage. Again, it says troop attack plus 15% when defending the castle. It's just not for castle; it's also for throne, or if you're defending a building, it will apply. So it just gets counted in the reports under the defensive damage section, right? So that's with the dragon. Uh, and let's see the saga star. So here, if you go again, the book of I think it was eternal life. So we saw on the same page how to increase the defensive damage reduction, but over here you could increase the defensive damage also to max it out to 10 percentage. Right now I have a 6.5 percentage. I have 80% done on this. All right, so that's that. And let's talk about the hero also. So again, with the hero, you actually can, let's go to maybe, let's see Selma. And here in the Selma also, I can increase the defensive damage by 3 percentage. And if I go with that only, then I could have three of those here. 333 total 9 percentage max out of defensive damage I could do. So possibly you could have a hero which is for defensive and a hero which is for attack, and you could switch armors around with these two sets. So that's what you could do. Okay, so with that done, let's see the other stuff. Here, if you go to the signs, the ancestral spirit signs. So let's go here. Again, as the we have the four civilization, and each of them will give you defensive and offensive damage here. So if I see this defensive damage here, it's like 2.5 percentage here. I think, and then the other stuff is all offensive, and then defensive damage reduction. So well, we talk about defensive damage. So 2.5% here. I think that sums up for the four of the science, makes it 10 in total. Uh, Yamato also defensive damage, and then you have Huxia defensive damage. So that makes it 10 percentage. And then in I think in Huxia, yeah, in this civilization, you will see the defensive damage at the start, which is basically I think it max out to 16 percentage. So that's like 10 plus 16, 26% here. Then then other stuff is offensive. I think the other civilizations are all they talk about offensive damage to increase offensive damage. That's why people have so much of high offensive damage, right? So it's only the Huxia which gives you the defensive damage till 16 percentage in this science. I mean, otherwise the slaughter of each of the civilization will give you the defensive damage. Of course, that's true. All right, so that's that. Then, of course, your flower ranking, and if you're uh, sending out flowers to people and all, that will increase your charm. and this charm will add up 5% extra defensive damage, as we can see here. That's one. Now, then in the college, uh, if I go if I go to city defense again, this loophole, uh, 10-5 here, and this one. So all these loophole till level 4 will give you additional defensive damage, which can increase uh, in total, right? And then there's this Prince Ryan. Again, as you keep upgrading it till level 15, I believe your defensive damage and defensive damage reduction both will keep increasing. So you could take the advantage of that also. And the last one is the leg armor. So right now for me it's defensive damage reduction for both of them, but you actually can change it. So let me quickly show you what can you change it to. So if I go to my equipments, and this is my leg armor which has uh, these couple of random attributes. If I go to reforge, so I would need the required number of reforged material in the silver. But what can I change to is I can either get the defensive damage taken and defensive damage. If you have three attributes or three random attributes, you could get 1.8 into 3 for that armor as a defensive damage. And the same thing you can wear on the Lord and a hero also. So that way you could actually have a high level of defense increased with this feature. All right, so that completes your defensive damage and the defensive damage reduction that we did last video. Hope this is helping out. We'll make a separate video, a single one possibly for the increase of offensive damage, and also we are looking out to make a video for increasing the overall damage of archers, cavalry, and infantry. Mostly the archer and cavalry charge damage and all. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Stay tuned. Keep watching. We'll keep making videos. Please share our videos to your alliance and to your friends. Help us grow this channel. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.